CNBC.
When the filthy rich buy, they buy outrageously. Like a gold-plated Lamborghini for those last-minute trips to the price chopper. Or a crushed blue sapphire tuxedo perfect for absolutely no occasion. But when the filthy rich want to buy fun, with nothing to show for it but an extravagant good time, that is where they really excel. One-night bar tabs bigger than most people rack up in a lifetime.
The rich drink differently from you or from me. Their drinks tabs, they have endless zeros.
Billionaire parties that cost more than most billionaire homes.
It's the ultimate hedonistic, evening out.
And an endless stream of selfies to chronicle every decadent moment. Hashtag no shame.
Each one I opened up, the more horrified I became.
But to understand the art of spending millions on a good time, you'll need a guide. The Filthy Rich Guide to Buying Fun. Once you have 10 million of these in your bank account, yep, that's a billion. That's when the hard work really begins. Because spending money for fun, with having absolutely nothing to show for it, it's not as easy as it looks. A great way to buy fun? Throw a party. Meet the billionaire party animals.
Billionaire parties are so big, they literally blow millionaire parties out of their infinity pools.
It's one way for them to show all their money and opulence.
And no one does opulence like Sir Elton John.
Multi-millionaire pop icon Elton John celebrated his 50th birthday with a grand entrance. He was dressed as French King Louis XIV, complete with ostrich train.
And a wig so big, he had to be delivered in a cube truck.
His costume reportedly cost over $80,000, and that wig, over $5,000.
Worth every penny. But the real King Louis of birthday bashes is British retailer Sir Philip Green.
Every major milestone, he throws a mega bash.
Why not?
When you've got Kate Moss shilling for your brand and $5 billion in the bank, you've earned the right to relax once in a while. What? He doesn't look relaxed to you? Maybe he's planning his next epic party.
Sir Philip Green flew 250 people to Cyprus for his 50th birthday. The entertainment, Rod Stewart. The parties, all toga.
It was a $7.5 million birthday, one he topped 10 years later for his 60th.
This time, Green reportedly flew 100 guests, 155 staff to Cancun,
where they hung out poolside at the Rosewood Mayakoba Resort, at which Green bought out every room for 4 days, gorged on sliders made with Japanese Kobe beef, and sang along with entertainment like Stevie Wonder and the Beach Boys. And they topped it off with a relaxing game of football on the beach.
Sounds pretty low-key until you realize who the players are. Naomi Campbell, Kate Hudson, Leonardo DiCaprio. You think the World Cup squads are good-looking, well-paid? They've got nothing on this team.
Doesn't seem like Leonardo's taking the game too seriously with a cigarette in his mouth while he's playing.
Total dollars spent on fun, an estimated $10 million. Return on investment, 0. Well done, Green. So how rich is Filthy Rich? Let's crunch some numbers. Philip Green spent 0.2% of his net worth on his 4-day 60th birthday beach party. If your average millionaire spent 0.2% of his net worth, he could throw an epic 4-day straight birthday blowout for 8 of his friends at Chuck E. Cheese with a piñata. Happy birthday not your thing? How about the chicken dance? Because weddings are quite possibly the best place for the filthy rich to unload millions on 30 seconds of I-do's. Especially if you're steel tycoon Lakshmi Mittal.
So the daughter of the richest man in India had a wedding.
A reported $78 million wedding. To put that into context, that's like billionaire Steve Wynn's wedding, if he got married 78 times.
In India, the size of your wedding is often a symbol of power and wealth. And for billionaires, they just take it up to the next level.
And what level is that?
They flew 1,000 guests in several private jets straight to Paris.
So this wedding party was held at the Palace of Versailles.
At a reported cost of $141,000 to rent. And the wine costs alone reached $1.5 million. And the wedding band?
They had Kylie Minogue perform, and then there was a fireworks display from the Eiffel Tower. So this is the level that these guys are playing at, and it takes a specific type of personality and an enormous amount of money to play at this level.
Is it normal? Yeah, it's normal. If you're a billionaire.
But what psychological disposition would drive someone to spend $78 million on a wedding? Sounds like a question for renowned wealth psychiatrist Dr. Michael Stone, author, PhD, and expert on the mental drives and peculiarities of the ultra-rich.
For a man to spend $78 million or even $20 million on his daughter's wedding means that he's really trying to prove he is more powerful than just about anybody else in the world. You would almost feel the personality aberration behind the expense.
You say aberration, I say aber-awesome. But for some billionaires, just throwing a party isn't enough. They live the party 24 hours a day. Meet the hedonists.
Partying is the ultimate expenditure for a billionaire because you get nothing from it. It's not like you're making an investment. It's not like you're buying something that you're going to be able to give to your kids. It's the ultimate hedonistic, evening out.
And few have dedicated their lives to the art of having fun as much as billionaire Stuart Rahr.
Let me paint a picture for you. Let's imagine this guy, slick back hair, leathery tan skin.
Stuart Rahr is known for his amazing yellow Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Stuart Rahr is one of those guys who walk into a bar or restaurant going, hey, hey, hey.
Just how much fun is the self-proclaimed king of all fun?
His business card is a $1 billion bill with him playing golf on one side with Bill Clinton, and on the back is a picture of his house in the Hamptons. If somebody gave me a business card like that, I would think that they got it at a bat mitzvah.
But it was after his divorce that the fun really started. After paying a reported $250 million to his ex-wife, Rahr celebrated his newfound bachelorhood in the south of France.
He actually made a sex tape of himself with a bunch of women, 3 women, in the back of a limo.
Yes, 3 women.
And the fun didn't stop there.
He emailed this video to a bunch of his friends.
Fun is 3 models in the back of a limo. You cross the line when you send the video to your friends unsolicited. Right? I mean, I think that that's where the line is.
I'm actually shocked that this video did not make it onto the internet. Or maybe it has, I just can't find it.
But as Rahr grows older disgracefully, a new hedonist poster boy has entered the picture. Multi-millionaire poker player Dan Bilzerian. Bilzerian has the income and the inclination to devote his life to celebrating his own awesomeness. And social media gives the world a front row seat.
Dan Bilzerian is a guy who made a ton of money playing poker, and he broadcasts his whole life on his Instagram account.
Yeah, that's 9.4 million in poker chips. And that's the tame stuff.
His Instagram feed is just shocking.
Each one I opened up, the more horrified I became.
A lot of pictures of himself, a lot of girls.
His Instagram is pictures of himself, the women that he's with, him with his cat.
Guns, girls, watches.
Cars.
Yachts.
Women with guns, guns with cats.
Selfies with watches, guns with girls, girls with watches.
Women with cats and guns.
It's out of control.
With one of the posts, he actually wrote, "When I was a kid, I never wanted to be classy. I only wanted to be rich," which is, mission accomplished.
So, what does Michael Stone have to say about the mental state of a shirtless, muscle-bound, multi-millionaire with a cat posing with an 8-foot gun surrounded by naked women playing ping pong?
He did seem to care about the cat, which is a good sign.
Coming up, how P. Diddy lost $1 million in 1 minute. And when you hear this from Paris Hilton,
This is nuts.
you'll know some money is gonna be blown.